So I'm working on a 2017 Chevy Cruze 1.6 liter turbo. And what I'm showing you is there's a little bit of varnish on top of the cylinder head right here. You can't pick it up because I'm recording over something that's already looking at an image, so it's kind of hard to pick it up. But there's a little bit of varnish in between the valve springs when I'm looking down inside the cylinder head. And I want to see kind of what it looks like before and after with just a basic liquid moly engine flush. Now, I'm about 3/4 quart low from the last 5,000 mile oil change. This is a friend's vehicle, and I'm the only one that services this. They like to run the hell out of this thing. So, a little dirty. Oil's not bad, though. Still looks like it has some life left to it, but 5,000 miles is my rule. I do not really like any vehicle going over 5,000 miles. A lot of short trips with this vehicle, some highway miles, but very often this person does a lot of short trips, so I try to take care of this really good. So now we're going to look 10 minutes idling with the liquid moly engine flush in there, and after it's idled for about 10 minutes, I look inside and almost every bit of varnish that was in between those valve springs is completely gone. So now I'm going to pull it after idling for a while and look and see the color. It actually lightened up with the liquid moly in there because I thinned it out some more and added more to the concentration of dirty oil that was there. Couldn't really tell much here on it cleaning based on color, but then when you drop it compared to what it looked like, oh wow, yeah, it cleaned. It definitely cleaned. It looks pretty semi-dirty, I would say. It's still not too bad because you can see some actual transparency through the oil, and it's not all gritty, it's not all sludged up. It's a 15 millimeter for the drain plug. Pull the filter. I used an Omni QfL191. Let it drain as much as it possibly can before I wipe all that out of there. Now I'm going to go take and cut the filter open and see if it's picked up anything since the last oil change. There's a new tool I got off Amazon. It's pretty heavy duty. Open it up all the way. It's got a cutting edge towards the right if you're looking at the screen here this way with the rollers on top, and you just open it up, drop it over, make light contact, spin it around, spin it around, spin it around. It pops the top right off this thing. So really easy to use. I could have done one hand and did that with the other, but I didn't really want to sit there and fight that. Just use the vise to my advantage. Now these Omni filters, they stick inside. They have a habit of sticking when you go to pull it because of the way it's designed, where some of the other filters, when you pop the inside out, it's fairly easy. This one, not so easy. This one I actually had to take a screwdriver and help me actually get it loose. Here it is. I pop the top out of it, and then I have to pull the actual the filter out. And then I actually seen some real light carbon, some little small, tiny chunks that engine flush washed out. Mind you, this is a little turbo engine, so it's going to have some deposits and stuff. It's not going to be super clean. Overall, not too bad though. This, like I said, all the time by 5,000 miles. So here I'm trying to, I see a couple pieces of carbon buildup, some deposits that it picked up. It's starting to, and I pushed it off. I was trying to show you guys, but there is some real light chunks of carbon there. This vehicle does have 67,000 miles on it, so, but I'm the only one that takes care of it. Nobody else touches this car. My friend really likes how meticulous I am, so I'm going to try to keep this thing going for another 100,000 if I possibly can. Okay, so now we move on. I'm done showing the filter. It's not too bad. Prime the new QfL191 5W30. It's the new oil that I found at Sam's Club. Actually called Prime. Wipe everything off down here. Drain plug tight. 20 foot-pounds, and then just real nice, make sure everything's clean. Now dump 4.5 quarts of 5W30 full synthetic in this. Dexos approved. And now we go start the vehicle, run it for about 30 seconds, shut it off, go back, check the oil, make sure it's full. Vehicle started, let it run for 30 seconds. Shut it all back off. Go out. Pull the dipstick. Here I'm just looking at the color after I started it, letting it drain back. And then once it all drains back, like out of the cylinder heads, the upper valve train, I put it back in and rechecked the oil, and it was right on the money. 4.5 quarts is 4.4 to 4.5 quarts is perfectly right at the top of the hash marks in this motor. And this vehicle actually runs pretty good. It's been to the dealer a few times with some mass airflow issues, and they never was really able to figure it out. But I ended up checking for pin fitment based off one of the subscribers. One of the other Chevy technicians, he's like, check pin fitment at the mass airflow. There we are, right at the top of the crosshatch. So I checked pin fitment at the mass airflow, and then that fixed the problem. So it kind of never went back to the dealer again. Even though I'm a Ford dealer technician, it's kind of ironic that I'm even saying this. They just bring it to me. It's full. Give the thumbs up. Sorry for the blurry image. It seems this new phone is just not like my Samsung. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I show you right here, just right at a half, 4.5 quarts. And then I just have to go reset the oil life. Just scroll over to the right once, hit the check mark. It's going to ask if or hold it down. It's going to ask if I want to reset the oil life. The answer to that is yes. There we are, 100%. And just to be nice, I went down and washed everything. My friend doesn't really take very good care of this vehicle, so I washed the engine bay, washed the car, yada, yada, yada. Just showing that, when people, I really hook my friends up. I care about them. So I wish they would take care of their vehicles like I take care of my vehicles, but they don't. Anyway, y'all be blessed. Thank you. Again, here's your specs.